What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and welcome back to another amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode where this one just starts off immediately. It's only because I didn't have any footage before the match started, so as you can see, the match is against Branded Chimera. And also, I think I'm gonna say confidently enough. I actually don't remember this match quite too much, but I don't think I win this one. Because just Branded Chimera just does way too much. We got a Sword Knight to deal with, but we got the Vision Hero package going. Ferris discarding Mist. We have the Sword Knight negate on the Ferris, I believe, because I did Ferris last. Shadow Mist search for Plasma. We use Malicious Effect, and then it gets super polyed away. We droplet, but I don't think I was able to win just because I just didn't have access to Vion, I don't believe. So I think I was just trying to at least see as much as I can do as possible, but yeah, that wasn't it. So on to game 2, I just didn't have enough. We end up going first. Unfortunately, having to start off with Fusion Destiny right off the bat. Not the best way I like to start off my combo, but the fact that, you know, it at least gives you something. And once we added the Ferris, a Droll and Lockbird hit the field, we tribute summon Ferris, putting increase into the spell and trap zone, placing a card face down, and just having to call it a turn, because Droll and Lockbird exists still. Let's see. He starts off with the Codal. Here comes a Mirror Sword Knight. Gets the Gazelle thing on the field. I think I pop it with DPE. Can't honestly quite remember. Oh yeah, and then there goes... He just makes the monster, gets another Sword Knight. He forgot. Oh yeah, I remember this. He forgot that DPE minus his monster's attack, and he swung into it, and he took damage. And as you can see, when our turn starts off, we normal summon Mist to get a Dark Law out onto the field. Adding Liquid Soldier, and let's see. We just switch everything to attack position, and this was honestly like almost a week ago, so I don't honestly quite remember it that well. But we we favorite contact into Rage, literally getting our favorite contact back. Camera fell there for a second, hitting him for another 1500, going into main phase 2, being able to combo off this time, linking them off for Cross Crusader, Cross Target Denier. Denier's effect goes off. Putting Malicious back, adding Dark Angel, and Dark Angel I believe just wins me the game here. Getting out Divisor to add Neos, and then yeah, that was just pretty much this game. On to game 3. You know, Branded Chimera is such a powerful deck, you guys. Like, golly, like, it's crazy that not a lot of people talk about it. Like, you know, like the other Yugi tubers, they're just like, Branded Chimera hasn't really been like topping or doing anything, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm like, why not? Like, this deck is insane, and like, so many people just go into it unprepared. And as you can see, there's a Dragoon, a card gets ripped out of my hand, which was the Foolish Burial. And as you can see, I activated Pot of Prosperity. Now, some of you guys are probably like, what? Like, why are you playing this card? It's a very situational card. Like, sometimes your hand isn't always going to be the craziest, and most of the time I don't end up needing it, but it's just nice to have, because there's so many times where I only have Fusion Destiny in my hand, and then I have Pot of Prosperity, and I'm just like, okay, if I go Pot of Prosperity here, I can either bait an Ash already, or even maybe get a combo starter. But most of the time I don't reveal 6, because that's, you know, that's quite a bit. Most of the time I do 3. And most of the time people don't Ash Pot of Prosperity when you're only doing 3, because they're just like, oh, he doesn't really need it that bad. He just wants to at least see an extra card. But if they do Ash it, then the Fusion Destiny just goes wild. But as you can see, we're in game 2. I believe this was Dragon Link. Yeah, it was Dragon Link. we get to go first, just literally just popping the hell off. As you can see, my opponent's just on his phone. That's why I was just like, yeah, I guess he doesn't have anything because he's just on his phone. So we just go wild with our combo here. Go into Infernal Rage, getting our favorite contact, and then drawing our 2, discarding a card. I discarded Denier, of course, tagging out for Sunrise, adding Miracle Fusion. Let's see, Denier's effect, putting a Destiny Hero Malicious back, summoning DPE, Miracle Fusion, and to wake up your hero. Of course, we're going to pop it immediately to go get our Spirit of Neos to add our counter trap. I'm really trying to push y'all to play this counter trap, you guys. There is way too many powerful spells and traps going along right now to just not be playing this. But I actually ended up sacrificing it to summon a Plasma under DPE. Summoning Plasma with D-Force. And of course, Plasma just ultimately just wins this here against Dragon Link because they need their effects to go off. Also, the counter trap, even though I don't have an E hero on the field, it's not technically dead because if I have to go favorite contact into Shining Neos Wingman to pop some cards and they try to, go with talents or something later on, because with this board I have right now, I don't need to activate anything. Plasma is literally just controlling the match. But if Shining Neos had to come out and then they try to do a spell trap, you can just, use the counter trap, banishing the Neos. Unfortunately, you guys, if you have a question about does Neos still have the ability to not be returned to the extra deck when you use the counter trap on him? Yes, he is able to return to the extra deck after you've used him with the counter trap because its condition when it was summoned to the field the first time is no longer there. So it's basically kind of coming back as a new card. So this actually happened. It will show up in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. But yeah, unfortunately, if you favor contact, it is definitely not gonna, be there. But as you can see, he goes first. Boral Savage, go with a Pot of Prosperity, adding a card. We use Crosskeeper to special hero. He Called by the Graves, the Crosskeeper, which sucks. We normal Stratos, grab Ferris. We go increase here, and then we go into the Link Monster to add Neos, but he uses the Droplet, I believe. But then I just use increase. I was like, it didn't matter for me to use. I think I used increase. Use its effect. Still got my Neos in my hand. I was kind of like playing weird because I was like, I don't know when he's gonna use his effects, ended up bouncing the Vion, but fortunately enough, we already had Polymerization in our hand. We made DPE, then we Miracle Fusion into Rage, getting our favorite contact, and then we tag it out for Sunrise since we used a normal monster. We already had our Miracle Fusion, but having the extra attack and the pop is also good. We pop the Magma Hut. We get rid of the Boral Savage. We swing for quite a bit of damage. We set a card, which is obviously our favorite contact, and pass. Here comes out a Druid Worm, which is going to be a little troublesome here. I don't remember all that he had, to be honest. I think all he really had was the Druid Worm. Let's see. Because I know if I just pop it, he's just going to send away my DPE. So he gets Rocket Tracer. I'm like, oh god, that's too good. But I can't quite remember what he does now. Because I think he goes for a Synchro Summon or Link. Yeah, he goes for a Baron de Fleur. Druid Swarm targets the Sunrise because he knows I'm just going to chain DPE to it, which I believe I do anyway, just to try to get rid of the Baron de Fleur. And then he obviously negates the DPE. Summons the freaking big guy, which I had, I was just like, well, shit, how does this guy work? Because I thought I couldn't summon, Neos. It's just I couldn't activate its effects. So I believe I take the damage here. I think it's 3,000. yeah, so we still get Neos. We just couldn't use his effects. Because, obviously Neos is going to be way over 3,100 attack. But I did it after he attacked because, I did it like during the end phase, I believe. Because if he would have just, I actually don't even remember when I used the effect. I'm going to be pretty honest with you. Because if I would have just done it, if I wouldn't have just let him attack, he would have just sent it during the main phase too. And that wouldn't have been good. But against Gold Pride Punk, it's been a hot minute since we've seen this deck. Starts off with an Upstart Goblin, literally draws into the emergency teleport, which is absolutely wild. So he's just going to pop off here. I don't really know what they do, but I'm just going to say some other announcements. I got another video that I'm trying out, coming out either tomorrow, probably tomorrow. It's going to be, I don't know if I'll do like a top cards or like top 10 or something, but I'm thinking top cards you should be playing in your hero deck right now. Also, we have a OTS Store Championship coming up this weekend. I was recording another Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode. Well, by the time you guys are seeing this, so yesterday on Wednesday, I was going to record another Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode, but I literally forgot my iPad. And I'm glad I did because I got smoked. I was just so unlucky. I bricked round 1, game 2, it was against Purely, and I bricked, and that is a deck you do not want to break against. And then I won round 3 against Tearlaments, funny enough, and then round 4 was just against Vanquished Soul, and I just lost the game, just literally to Tikaboo. Literally saw it every game. He saw a Droll, just saw all the hand traps. It was just very annoying, and then it was just so bad. I hated it because the minute I forgot my iPad and I lost round 1, and then I lost round 2, I should have just went home. I'd be like, yeah, today's not even worth it. But we got our bad luck out of the way for the OTS Store Championship. I honestly don't know if I want to play Heroes or not. I might honestly play Crystal Beasts to try it out, but I've been waiting to play Crystal Beast till I get till I get a Little Knight. But I guess IP Masquerena will still do pretty good work for now. But I need an IP Masquerena and the Link 5 Underworld Goddess card. Those are 2 cards that I really want for the deck, and I don't have. And I do have to put in a deck list before the event starts, so don't know if I'll be able to get one in time before that happens. But as you can see, with this game 2 starting, we Hero Lives, it gets Ash, we Fusion Destiny into having to do our DPE package here, which is also a pretty shitty way to start off the combo. And then we see a Nibiru here, Chain DPE's effect, of course. What else happens? I think we just have a token. Yeah, Ferris pitching Liquid Soldier to get increase pitch Shadow Mist search for Plasma, tribute the 3 monsters, obviously after getting Polymerization. Tribute the 3, get Plasma, take the token, take the Nibiru. Now we got a pretty fat Plasma this on. And then we set a monster face down, which I believe was Crosskeeper. We used DPE to pop the monster, which was just an Ash. Funny enough, we flip. I don't know why I set the Crosskeeper. I just wanted extra defense just in case Plasma was gone. It wasn't obviously going to do anything, but if it was in Grave, I was like, okay, well, if I get this Crosskeeper Grave, Miracle Fusion's going to go nuts. And then we were just able to swing for game after that. Of course, Gold Pride Punk going first, which is very unfortunate. It's just a very crazy deck, but, game 3, having a deck that pays a lot of life going first is pretty good, but this was actually just a set 2, I believe, in pass. Yeah, so we would go for a normal summon Vion, which kind of sucks. He uses the effect to pop it to... I think it pops it. Alright. Yeah, pops it. Reveals 3 to add 1. Vion still sends. Sent the Mist to search for Ferris, I believe. No, we just straight up got Spirit or Neos. I think we had Crosskeep in our hand again. No, just Fusion Destiny. Wow. Fusion Destiny pretty much just been carrying us this entire round here. Got DPE onto the field. Don't know what the ritual monster does. I think it... Oh, yeah, that's the one where he gains his attack based on my monster. I let that go through just because I don't think it was really worth wasting DPE's pop effect. We tribute to search for malicious... tribute malicious, and then search for... My field of vision was kind of cut off. I couldn't see what I added. I honestly don't even remember. We use malicious effect, and then we get Dread Decimator out onto the field. And unfortunately enough for me, I still didn't have enough attack to get over his synchro monster. And I was like, well, shit, maybe letting you gain my monster's attack was a problem. But we were going to use DPE's effect to pop it, and he actually droplets it. So I'm glad I didn't declare any attacks or anything. So DP just gets negated, and then end phase. The ritual... I keep saying ritual monster. The synchro monster returns to the extra deck during the end phase, getting him Gold Pride Punk Leon, and his turn starts, and then he's just starting off with Punk plays, which is very unfortunate for me. I'm just like, oh god, like, do I have a way out of this? Here comes more Punk monsters. Let's see, I believe this was a synchro summon. Yep. This is also a very interesting deck that people honestly just forgot about. I don't know why Gold Pride Punk was just dropped off. I don't know if it's just a... I don't know. Like, if you guys know why this deck kind of just fell off, let me know. Here comes a Psychic End Punisher, which is going to really suck. I'm going to take a lot of damage here. Gets rid of my Dread Decimator. I think I used DPE's effect to pop the Punk monster. And then I believe I did it so I could use Spirit of Neos' effect to summon. I know I'm going to take a lot of damage here with DPE. Spirit of Neos searches for the end shuffle. Or did I can't even remember what I did. I just know I got DPE off the field before he could do any damage to me, I believe, because I still have 8,000 life here. And of course we use Spirit of Neos to get the regular Neos. Yeah, you guys, we just pop off here, and pretty much we just make Plasma to just, stop the Psychic End Punisher. We use End Shuffle to get Spirit of Neos back, take the guy, and essentially just swing for game. And then on to round 4 against Rescue Ace. This was pretty interesting because there were so many effects that I think my opponent could have done that he didn't do. Starting off with a Prod of Prosperity. As you can see, there's one in my hand as well. He just goes for 3 because, there's not really a lot of cards you need to see in this deck because a lot of your cards do everything. We Ash the... can't remember which one that is. I can't even tell from the art. But, summons... God, I can't remember which one that one is, but that one does quite a bit. Summons one, gets the Sunlight Wolf out, summoning the guy, setting 4. I really hate that you can't Ash this, but because it just sets directly from deck. That's why cards like Impermanence is just very important right now to just stop that from happening. Because most of the time, like I said in my last video about how to beat this deck, you stopping that from going off, this deck is very easy to beat. Because as you can see, look, it's just set 4. And then you can't do anything. Like, what would you do if you didn't have that set 4? You know what I'm saying? But obviously I have to deal with a Little Knight. We Prod of Prosperity. I believe we grabbed I think we grabbed Hero Lives with it. I honestly don't even remember. But we go for Stratos using Ferris. Getting Increase out onto the field. Go into Infernal Divisor to grab Neos. As you can see, I'm just trying to bait more back row. But he's just really just not doing it. And then we go for a Crosskeeper just to bring out Stratos, just for an extra body. Using Increase to get Vion. Vion Dump Mist. Grab Stratos, grab Poly. Normal summon Stratos, attempt to destroy back row, and blew all the back row away. Like, I don't think the back row requires you to have a Rescue Ace to use them, right? So, if you guys let me know, why do you think he just let me destroy all of them? Like, was he really not able to activate them? Also, he uses the SP Little Knight on my Wonder Driver, not being able to reset polymerization. So that kind of sucked. But anyway, we do something weird here. We actually attempt to attack with Sunrise, and then we attempt to attack with Wake Up, using Sunrise to actually pop Wake Up, because I know I'm going to do a lot of damage, but I need more stuff on the field. Because I know SP Little Nice is going to come back and probably banish my Wake Up Your Hero next time. So we get Spirit and Yugioh, grabbing the End Shuffle. We use End Shuffle, shuffling him back into the deck, using Stratos, searching for Plasma, making Plasma, setting a card, and then passing the turn. Wonder Driver comes back to the field. I put him underneath the extra monster zone, so in case I make a Link monster or an extra deck monster, I can put it in that extra monster zone, and then Wonder Driver will still get his effect off on the field. And of course, he actually tried to activate this trap, but he literally just said it that turn, and I was like, dude, there's nothing that's letting you activate this card this turn. Like, what are you doing? And then, but of course, his monster is being under skill drain. There's just really not a whole lot he can do. Makes a Link monster, which I don't think really does anything. We favorite Contact to make Shining Neo Swingman, and we blew the board away. So, yeah, I don't know, because I was like reading the hell out of everything he was doing, because he was trying to activate the trap, because he just said it with an effect, and I'm like, dude, I was like, what? How are you able to activate this right now? And I was like reading everything, and I was like, dude, there's literally nothing that's letting you activate this card this turn. I'm like, that would be freaking nuts. But of course, you know, them going first, as you can see, my hand is Stratos, Plasma, Fusion Destiny, Ferris. Can't quite see the other card, but as you know, their deck's gonna do their things. I have no disruptions. I love when I just side deck stuff and then I just don't freaking see any of my sideboard. Gosh, I believe maybe it's 2 Stratos. No, I think there's 2 spells there, but I got the video going way too fast to see it. Okay, we draw a Miracle Fusion for turn. Let's see. We start off with Ferris pitching Stratos. Yeah, I had the extra Stratos. Okay, so it was 2 Stratos, Fusion Destiny, Ferris, Plasma. Ferris gets negated. Stratos gets popped, but the search doesn't go through, right? Yeah, that's how that works. Then we just Fusion Destiny, which was unfortunately negated. But game 3, we get to go first. Ferris, pitching Ferris, get increased, Vision Hero package, sending Mist, grabbing a Plasma, using Vion, search Poly, go into the Infernal Advisor to grab our Neos. We already had Liquid Soldier in our hand, so we Fusion Summon into the Infernal Rage, getting our favorite Contact, drawing 2, pitching a card, which was another Ferris, normal summoning Stratos, grabbing Malicious, summoning Sunrise, getting Polymerization reset to the field, adding Miracle Fusion, Fusion summoning the Malicious with Sunrise to make DPE, make Wake Up, pop them, and then we get our Spirit of Neos out on the field, I believe. Yeah, Spirit of Neos, adding the counter trap, which actually just saves us completely. This is why you guys need to add this. This is literally proof right here. Cross Crusader, grabbing a Denier, which we'll have to use next turn, setting 4 back row, passing the turn. And he actually would have had me here if he would have actually gotten rid of the Spirit, but we had the counter trap for Feather Duster, because we really needed that to go off. We flip over Rivalry of the Warlords, chaining Droplet to his monster to negate its effects. Getting a guy out, during that chain. But unfortunately, he's just stuck with, I think that's a warrior, so he can't attempt to summon any of his machines. So as you can see, he tried to summon his thing right there, but I was like, well, it's a machine right now. So he tries to go to battle phase. I pop my stuff so that way because I thought he was trying to, just kill his monster just so he could get his guy out onto the field. But there was like a weird thing that happened right there. But fortunately, I'm kind of glad I did clear my board, because he uses a thrust. Since my board was empty, he, didn't get to search for anything he really needed. Of course, during the end phase, we favorite Contact into Shining Neos, destroying both his cards, and then we just proceed to just take the game. But that's going to be it for this Yu-Gi-Oh! Day episode, you guys. Please destroy that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button for me, and I will see you guys in the next one.